3 years since I was on YouTube. Oh my gosh. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I have been making lemonade for the last 3 years, excluding October 2025. Life's been lemony. But before I spill the tea on what's been going on this side of the screen, let's go make some tea. Get it? Okay. Now let's chat. So the last time I was here, besides October 2025, I was in Dar es Salaam having the time of my life at a conference. A lot has happened since then. Some of it, one would say, was a bit too negative, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and the things that happen in our lives guide us towards a better path, especially if you're keen on learning the lessons you're meant to. I'm gonna try and make everything as short as possible. Long story short, in 2024, a lot happened. Life changed for the better, even though now when I look back, it's not really for the better, because I thought it was better because of the things I thought I wanted. First things first, I had my first serious relationship since getting pregnant. It was a really nice relationship. It taught me so much about what I want from my future partner, what I expect from a relationship, what I like and dislike as a woman and as a partner. I'm very grateful for that relationship. Unfortunately, it didn't work out because both of us could not do long distance. One thing I have learned recently is to appreciate every era of my life. If a relationship only lasted 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or 2 years, I appreciate that era. I take the lesson that I was supposed to learn from that era and I keep it moving. So that was the first major life update that happened. I celebrated my 32nd birthday in 2024 in a very nice, calm, peaceful way. Basically, 2024 was a year of enjoyment. I really enjoyed myself. I got to explore my career. I got to explore my likes and dislikes. I got to explore fashion. I got to explore beauty, fragrances. I explored so much. I was supposed to upload this video last year, and then things hit the fan, like literally, like my life changed at that time. There's some content I shot that time that I feel like is worthy of showing in this video. So I'm gonna take you back to October 2025. I had a really fun day with my sisters and my daughter. I'm actually getting ready to leave the house with Mama and my sister. We're going to Site Center for she told me it's like an orchid show and she wants to take Summer, so I'm tagging along. I've just showered, so real quick I want to show you my fragrances of the day. I'm wearing Sweetheart Cherry by Bath and Body Works, my favorite affordable fragrance combo when I don't want to wear designer perfume. I showered with the same shower gel as well, and then this is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my go-to dress. I got this from Mr. Price. It's a plissé dress. I can't find the belt. I don't know where the belt went, but it's fine. I'm not gonna wear it with the belt today, which is fine. It still looks good. So let me dress up quickly. I'm gonna finish flat ironing my hair as I wait for my sister to come, and then we're gonna go to Site Center. So we are at Site Center at the Orchid show. It's an Orchid show. Okay, that's for Chantelle. Orchids Through Legends Expo. So I'm just gonna show you the flowers that are on display. So this is the Bob Marley section. They have literally like orchids through the legends, and they're using legends that have lived before to tell a story. This is Tina Turner's section. Wangari Maathai.
How what?
Wangari Maathai. Giorgio Armani inspired orchids. Vanilla orchid. As a vanilla lover, this is so pretty. It's so nice to see it in real life. I thought I could vlog today, you guys, but it's proving to be quite a task. I'm pulling up to Woolworths. I saw that they opened a beauty section. Let's go check out the fragrances that they have available. This is the power one. Smells interesting. It's quite sweet and floral. I've been eyeing this Lancome Idol Power. Smells really nice. Smells very, very sweet. I smell La Bielle. It smells really nice. So my friend really hyped up this fragrance. I want to see if it's worth the hype. Ooh, it smells like oranges. Very citrusy. Sample Miss Dior, Rose and Roses. The atomizers for Dior are really good, clearly. Ooh. No, don't like it. Poison Girl, another one that people have really hyped up. Ooh, smells like candy. I want to smell Dior Sauvage to see what a Dior Sauvage man smells like. Apparently, a Dior Sauvage man is a dangerous man. So let's see. Maybe I've dated a Dior Sauvage guy. I don't know. It smells so nice. What the heck? I want a Dior Sauvage man. We're now at the YSL section and I want to sample the Mon Perfume. I've been eyeing this one for some time as well. Okay. Smells like candy as well. Now we're at La Enchantée. Rouge Ultime is the one that I want to sample. I've been eyeing this one. Hold on, baby. Tasha.
This and this
You have those. Oh my god. No way. Let's chat about what I have learned during this YouTube hiatus while I walk you through my makeup routine. I've actually had this makeup for years just sitting in my wardrobe, and I thought to myself, why don't I use this makeup as part of my healing journey? One of the things that I'm really keen on doing is being the best version of myself, and one of the ways I'm doing that is how I present myself to myself and to others. Makeup is a fun way of feeling like a girly girl, and I'm done being a mama. I want to feel like the girly girl I used to be in the past, but the enhanced version. So for products, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Hydrating Primer because my skin tends to be dry, and then I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in the shade 330. I'm gonna link all these products in the description. I'm also using this e.l.f. 16-hour Camel Concealer in the shade medium beige. For blush, I'm going to be using this Sephora lipstick that I got as a freebie. For my eyebrows, I'm using this Davis eyeliner, and for my eyes shadow, I'm using Zara Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. For the contour, I'm using this Black Radiance Baton Correcteur, and then finally for the setting spray, I'm using this setting spray I got here as well. It's called Beauty Creations Watermelon Setting Spray. So let's get into what I have learned. One thing about being in a era of healing, rediscovery, self-discovery is there will be a lot of lessons along the way, and girl, boy, there were so many lessons for me. The biggest lesson for me was faith. Having faith that everything is working out for your highest good, because sometimes when you're going through crap, it's so easy to think that everything is not working out and that God is not on your side and that there's no way you're going to recover from it. But let me tell you something. Faith, I think every human being has to go through an era in their life where they're being taught how to have faith. First of all, the meaning of faith for me completely changed during this time of my life. I used to think faith was this really hard thing that I had to strive for, but I've come to learn that faith is something actually that's very, very simple. It's us humans who complicate what it means. Regulating my nervous system. Without a regulated nervous system, even that faith that I'm talking about, you won't be able to have it fully, because our nervous systems, especially if we've grown up in a volatile environment, are constantly conditioned to be in fight or flight panic mode. And for me, not only based off of how I've grown up, but also what I have experienced in this life, especially as an adult, especially after getting pregnant and having my daughter, really messed up my nervous system. And so I found myself being in survival and fight or flight panic mode for years, and I didn't realize it until the last 12 months. Regulating my nervous system was something that took me a while to learn. The first step for me was, first of all, identifying the things, people, and situations that were causing my nervous system to be dysregulated, which thankfully for me, I already knew some of the people and some of the things and some of the situations and occurrences that happened. Number two, tackling and healing those parts of me that experienced this trauma and that continue to carry the trauma and the fight or flight mode, for lack of a better word. That was actually a very, very hard task to do, but I managed to do it. I couldn't continue to give myself on social media, give myself to my daughter, and continue to be this person that I said I wanted to be without healing myself first. A dysregulated nervous system will have you making decisions that are not good for your future self, and then you'll be your future self wondering, how did I get here? And it's all because of the choices that dysregulated version of you made. So that was another thing that I learned. Another thing was unlearning and relearning my relationship with money was crucial for me. I had not realized how much of an unhealthy relationship I had with money, and that stems from my childhood and also my experiences as an adult. That one wasn't hard. Once I got the nervous system regulation on lock, and learning my relationship with money and healing and discovering the parts of me that had this negative relationship with money came through easily. Relearning my self-worth was something else that I worked on during this time, especially that time where I went silent on social media completely for 4 months. It was a hard time, I won't lie. It was very hard going offline for 4 months. All I have ever known is social media since I was 19. So making this forced decision to stay offline came as a shock to my system, but it was necessary for me to learn all these things about myself. Sometimes when you're constantly online or constantly thinking of what to shoot or constantly thinking of what to do, you tend to forget yourself, and that is not good for any content creator, because yes, it's nice to entertain people online, but the version of me that existed before this awakening would not be able to propel my life forward the way I had envisioned for myself. So sometimes I feel like it's necessary. By the way, if you ever find yourself going through a chaotic situation in your life that kind of feels like the world is ending for you, or like you're being forced to learn a lesson, you better sit down and learn that lesson, because what I've learned, lessons repeat themselves until you learn. And so you never want to be in that position where you're consistently and constantly learning the same lesson over and over again to the point where it finishes you. Sit down and ask yourself, what am I being told here? What am I supposed to learn in this situation? I feel like there's a lesson I had been repeating for maybe 9 years, and God, the universe, whatever you call, was like, now I'm gonna sit you down by force, by fire. You're going to learn this lesson, and you're gonna learn it now, and you better learn it, because we're not gonna repeat this again. I feel like it was necessary for me to go through what I went through, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was so brutal. Please don't ever reach the point where you're now learning the lesson brutally. Just take the hint. The minute it feels like this is a lesson. In fact, one thing I will say I've learned, anytime something is happening in my life, maybe it's going in a way that I didn't envision it, instead of being worried for myself, I sit down and ask myself, what am I being taught in this moment? I went through a season of complete and utter silence. Nothing was happening in my life, like pure nothingness. Like I didn't even have internet to even at least keep myself entertained. It was just me and my thoughts and my baby. And it was a bit stressful as well. Many people have come forward to compliment me on how much I've lost weight. This weight loss was stress induced, and struggle induced. I did go through a phase there where I didn't have food. I didn't have food to feed myself. I didn't have food to feed my daughter. So I would have to sacrifice my meals so that my daughter is fed. That was quite brutal as well. But I learned a lot during that time, like about my choices in life, which I'm never going to repeat again. A lot about who my real people are in life, who my real friends are. It was also a season where I lost a lot of friends, like a lot of friends. My circle is so small, it's not even a circle anymore. My circle is almost non-existent, which was another brutal experience because one doesn't grow up thinking that they will be in a season of silence and loneliness. But I feel like also that season was necessary for me because it taught me how to function on my own without having to be dependent on others. But yo, by the way, one thing about this foundation, I've been unable to find my shade. When I swatched it with the sample that I had gotten, it was perfect, like it was my perfect shade. But now I'm like, what? It's so orange. I don't know when it became, I don't know, it's because I've kept it for so long, so it probably oxidized while in storage. Otherwise, I don't like how orange it is. So essentially it was a season where I lost everything and I had to start all over again from scratch. Which was so painful because I had worked so hard on building, and then here I am now having to start from scratch, like from nothingness. I kid you not, it was from nothingness. No money, no job, no nothing. But I made it work, imagine. My phone went off. So where was I? So my relationship with God, I really built it during this time. My creator, the divine, whatever you call God. I learned how to pray from a point of view of abundance and not scarcity, like not having faith in the fact that what you're praying for is already yours. So I really had to teach myself how to pray properly, as well as how to maintain my relationship with my creator. I learned a lot about how I want to approach my relationship with God. A lot of us approach our relationship with God with fear. I don't want to view God as this being that just wakes up every day and doesn't like me or hates me. I wanted my relationship with God to be from an empowered point of view where my relationship feels healthy. And also on top of all that, I think discovering myself afresh was fantastic. After having a child, it's very easy to lose yourself in the process. I know I did. I lost myself in the source of motherhood, and as a result, I didn't know who I was anymore. And that also kind of reflected in my content. So I guess that was another benefit of that season of silence and loneliness. I got to discover and redefine who I want to be to the public eye and also to myself in private. That also helps me with knowing what I want and need from relationships. As you will learn in this video, I have had like one serious relationship and one situationship, and in both of them I can confidently say that I still didn't know what I wanted. I was operating from a different version of myself, and I don't want to get into my next relationship unsure of what my needs are when it comes to love. I want to be the type of content creator who, when you watch my content and my journey on social media, it inspires you to better your life. So I want my journey online, number one, to be something that you look at as, wow, God did it for her, he can do it for me too. And also to like maybe help you, like if you're going through something similar, or if your life is along the same lines as my life is at any given point in my content journey, that you feel like you can relate to it, and that it also adds some level of inspiration as you watch it. Not just, if I'm focusing on doing hair content, I would want you to watch my hair content and feel inspired to go and do your hair, to go and take care of yourself. If I'm doing beauty content, I would love for it to inspire you to invest in your look, how you put yourself out there, to invest in how you show up for yourself. That was the Maybelline Lifter liner. It's my favorite liner. It's so rich. And then I'm gonna go in with this Fenty Heat lip gloss. I like how it plumps the lips. So essentially where I'm at right now, this is Chantelle when she started YouTube, but the mature version. Anyway, enough yapping. I had shot some content last year in October that was supposed to be part of this vlog, but then I've shot this vlog like so many times over and over, and I've been so unsure of how I want it to go. So let me take you back to October 2025 when I was at the hair salon getting my hair done. I talked and yapped a bit about all the things that have happened in my life in the year 2023 and 2024. I got to the salon like an hour ago, and now it's when I'm having the time to settle down. Here to fix my hair. It's maintenance day. I had not realized that I did not come to the hair salon since the staycation. And then also here to fix this ghetto nails, although I'm gonna take a break from acrylic and gel. And then I'm also here to fix my toes because my toes are looking crusty, dusty. Let's continue these story times. I got a part-time remote job with a company that I love. I did not apply for this job. It's the company themselves that contacted me. They called me. They asked me if I have the qualifications for that job. And I just happened to have the qualifications and they hired me like immediately. At the same time, I also landed my first long-term paid partnership, brand partnership. God is really, really good, you guys. I had literally come from wedding to abundance. I started this part-time job, which the way this job was packaged, I didn't have to go to the office every day. I only had to go to the office like 5 times a month at my discretion. And I was in charge of like managing the social media for some time, which is something that I've been doing since I was 19. I started the job. I was able to keep Summer through school the entire 2024. So I was so happy that I was working in 2 creative aspects where one was my digital marketing career and the other was my content creation and influencing career. I loved getting to explore what my mind is capable of in terms of creation. I think the moral of this story is you need to stop worrying and just leave everything to God, because when you leave everything to God, God comes through for you. Life was pretty relaxed from that point. My biggest worry, I think, was waking up late to drop Summer at school. So during this time period is when I discovered that I have a passion for fragrances and self-care. I discovered my new sense of fashion. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I was a fashionista back then. And then along the way, I lost my sense of self and my sense of fashion. I was just functioning in deras and oversized clothes. But during this time, I was able to be confident in myself. Hi. How are you? I'm good. So I was able to figure out a lot of things about myself that I hadn't figured out even before having Summer. After that, now around June to August, I started seeing someone else. I'd known him for like 15 years. I wouldn't say I was in love. So long story short for that one, I'm not even going to narrate a lot about that one. That ended up ending in August and I was like heartbroken, not only because it was a situationship breakup, but also like a friendship breakup. Like it meant I'm never going to talk to this person again. And this is someone that I held dear to my heart as a friend. That one really hurt me. So I had to take a 1 month break. I literally took a 1 month break from social media. I'm glad I took that social media break because also like as a content creator, sometimes you're expected to be at full capacity not actually sometimes, all the time. You're expected to be at full capacity all the time, delivering content and entertaining people, like as if you don't have our own personal lives that take a toll on us, because everybody has something that they're going through, right? But as a content creator, you have to just brush to the side what it is that is going on in your personal life to show up for this job. And that in itself can be so overwhelming and can add to like mental health issues. So I'm so glad I took that break. I was able to come back re-energized, healed, creative. Between September and December, it was literally the same routine. Wake up at 7 in the morning, get Summer ready for school, drop her in school, come back home, take a nap, wake up, do social media work for my client, shoot content for my platform. By the time I'm done with all that, it's time to pick Summer up from school. Come home, wash her, give her the remainder of her school snack, feed her dinner, do homework if there's homework, and go back to sleep, and then repeat the same thing the next day. And then December came, and it was time for Summer's birthday. I gotta go wash my hair. We'll pick up the story in a bit.
저 노을빛이 담은 하늘의 색감 이 모든 것을 내가 지면 사라질 거야 온 너의 하얀 마음에 칠을 해 내일은 내일은 신발은 벗어줄래 나는 13가의 코리안 맨인 떠나가는 내 사람을 잡지 마라 alright 이 노래의 주인공은 bye bye 이제 내가 가사 쓰지 알을 마시며 일기장에 쓴 노래만 노래방에서 아직 거짓말 거지같이 살아 요즘 난 누가 예술을 배우나 내 글씨는 빠져놓은 척파 에네르기 파 그녀는 가끔 채식주의자 냄새와 맛을 잃은 요리사처럼 슬픈 이야기가 있을까 코로나가 난 사랑 and the melody irony하게 세상이 멈춰졌으니 now I'm ready I gotta get on this ay, 골프와 주식 위스키 얘기는 그만하시죠 앤디 장미셔 키스처럼 너의 하얀 마음 멘치를 해본 다음 사랑에 빠졌어 오늘은 내 곁에 내일은 내일에 신발은 벗어줄래 나는 13가의 코리안 맨인 뉴욕 지구 반바퀴 돌고 내 옆자리 찾지 나이키 신고 JFK 착지 할아버지의 시계를 찾기에 기분이 좋아 내 맘에 배터리를 찾지 Hey 까지며 외로운데 핸폰 화면은 차가워 내 불빛이 따뜻
Happy birthday, dear Sama. Happy birthday, dear Sama. Happy birthday, dear Sama. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sama.
So Summer's birthday came. It was actually the best birthday party I've ever thrown for her. I'm so proud of myself for making it happen. Something else that I managed to accomplish because of faith. And then what followed after that was what I would like to call one of the worst years of my life. 2025 was that year. I don't even know what word to use to describe what last year was, but I'll say painfully, excruciatingly challenging. It broke me down in ways that I never thought were possible. But at the same time, I learned a lot. This is the year where my relationship with God and my relationship with myself and everything that was supposed to be revealed to me got revealed. And I had to heal the parts of me that I was unaware I hadn't healed yet. I would say the one positive of 2025, besides Summer's fantastic birthday party, was me finding a home at the hair salon that I normally go to. I love every aspect of getting my hair done there. I feel like it also has made me feel like a different type of woman, especially seeing my hair thriving the way it is right now. Other than that, everything that I built in 2024, I lost in 2025. No cap. I lost everything and then some. So that's technically where I've been. I turned 34 a couple of days ago. Pretty exciting. Last year in my vision board, I had written that I want to get back to long form content when I move out. But then this year I was like, why do I have to wait? And I realized it's because mentally I was waiting for the perfect moment to come back to YouTube, the perfect aesthetic moment. And I realized that is so pretentious of me. I've talked a lot. As you can see, I learned so much during this time period away. The Chantelle that exists right now is completely different from the one that you last watched on YouTube in 2023. I've grown, I've matured. Mentally, I'm not the same. Emotionally, I'm not the same. I mean, you cannot be the same person after going through some of the things that I've gone through. I am so excited to be back to creating long form content. I feel like this current version of me is the one that is better suited to come back, because back when I thought I was able to come back, which was around November 2025, I wasn't ready mentally, emotionally, physically. Like I was going through some really serious things at that time, and so I wouldn't have been able to give myself fully to the commitment of long form content. But now I'm so excited. I can't wait to take you on this journey. You're going to see my journey as it unfolds. Moving forward, this is what my journey on YouTube is going to look like. My YouTube content was very upbeat and very outgoing, and just me showing you my journey as a girl exploring. So it's gonna be very chilled out content. I pray that as you watch my journey as a human, I pray it inspires you, I pray it motivates you to be your most authentic self and to enjoy every era of your life. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.